I've left these pages for last, since your last days were some of my first. I hope you don't remember me or these days. When I told her about you, about this utter loneliness and your cries for help and the fear that you would be forgotten, she reminded me that these days were not your only ones. From the moment you arrived, you spoke of your bed. You cried, "I just want to be in my bed. Let me be in my bed." I wondered what magic awaited you there, what comfort. I hoped it was plush and familiar and smelled like home, though anything might feel that way from here. Some days ago, when I first tried to write about you, I scribbled, "I don't want to write you something sweet." But now that you're gone, I'm a little more forgiving toward my tendency for honey and sap. The last time I saw you in your room on the 6th floor, you were softened. Your chin seemed more rounded and your bed more like your own. And your loneliness was softer too, smoothed by light blue walls and a window at golden hour. But your loneliness carved my gut still, and I think yours too. But I was relieved to see you there, surrounded by light baby blue and a toothbrush specialized just for you. The night before, I had sweat with fear that you would be forgotten among the moaning and the bored. No more beeps or stairs or mayhem surrounded you, but no rounded walls or private bathroom could pluck away the edges of these days, and neither could I. As I looked at your paper-thin skin flecked with tones of red, purple, brown, yellow, and white, I told you I had to go. I took your hand in mine and rubbed my thumb over yours. You stared at the ceiling and countered. "You know, this is what gets me. You take my hand and then you leave." As an unformed healer who thought I knew I couldn't fix everything, I was gutted. I laughed at how true, how dry, how ruthless your statement was. All day you had been begging me for some water, and when I told you that every time we gave you some you coughed and choked and spit it up, you'd retort, "Oh, for God's sake, just give me some damn water." In a quiet moment that day, you cut my attempts to be soothing. "You rubbing my shoulder isn't going to do me any good. What I need is some water, for God's sakes." "You know, you're funny, right?" "Ha, that's nice," you chortled as you looked away from me toward the window. Several times that week, I heard you say you were alone in this world. "Miss Hans," someone would ask, "do you have any family or friends that you'd like us to call? Anyone who helps make medical decisions with you?" "No, I have no one left. I'm alone in this world. I have no one." To my dear friend who reminded me that these days were not your only ones, I cried about how alone you were. I wondered how this happened and if you meant for it to end this way. At the end of your first day in the hospital, I asked you if I could call your friend, your only listed contact, and tell her that you were here. You told me no again and again until late that night, and your voice quieted. "Sure, in the morning." Yesterday, when my screen declared you deceased, I read that you were able to talk to your friend before you died. She told the doctor how hard it was to see you so sick in the hospital. I hope you saw her face and looked into her eyes and knew that it was true. There you were, alone and alone for so many years. But I don't mean to pity you or catastrophize these days. You loved your bed and you were funny, remember? I hope you and Virginia shared a laugh and you told her about how strange this place is. Oh, and one more thing. Thank you for trusting me. At the end of a long first day in the hospital, you said to me, "Thank you for sitting with me, for being so kind. God bless you." Now I'm a sucker for affirmation, so thank you for that. But the moment that really stuck was when I brushed your teeth. That image of your head tilted back and your eyes closed and your lips retracted like a child at the dentist. A tiny, gross task, backlit by golden sunset light. Goodbye and safe travels.